In this video, we'll be looking at a VR program that can help to improve the quality of your life. Hello and welcome back to the VRC for your slice of virtual reality and cool tech. If that sounds interesting to you, then hit that subscribe button and ding the bell. So we all know that virtual reality allows us to play awesome games where we are in the game and not just watching on a screen. We also know the benefits to our physical health with a wide range of exercise games that are available. But what about our mental health? Well, I have spent the last month researching if this is possible using a game called Zen VR by Satori Studios, available for £14.99 on App Lab. One of the best things I liked about this game is the crossover between VR and real life. The game actively encourages the user to meditate outside of VR in the real world and gives helpful advice on how to achieve this. As I have mentioned, I did take a month to review this game as I wanted to follow the advice exactly as it is given, in order to give a detailed review. As a result of using Zen VR, I now find myself using the techniques that I practiced in the VR dojo in my everyday life, such as when I'm waiting in the car at traffic lights, having a shower and making food. I've noticed a positive impact upon my own mental health as I've started automatically using the breathing techniques in situations when I get stressed or anxious, most recently at a job interview. The devs also want the user's involvement in order to improve their program and ask for your opinion by leaving reviews and discussing the game on their Discord server. The overall positives are, for people like me who are new to meditation, there is actually a really good amount of background information about the practice of meditation prior to the exercise starting. The dojo itself is calming and relaxing, with minimal decor to distract you. Effective additions such as the steam from the tea and the sun timer are soothing touches. The start menu is easy to follow, and the setting, which reminds me of a Chinese garden, is actually really peaceful and calming. And I noticed that my breathing slowed down when watching the leaves gently falling from the tree. To enter the dojo, you had to teleport from the start menu, and I found this as a means of locomotion particularly beneficial for me as I suffer from motion sickness in VR. This meant that I was able to start my meditation practice without feeling sick and dizzy, which obviously would not have been an ideal situation to start meditating in. Once you have completed a session, you can access it in the practice mode. I really liked how you can create your own session, a bit like a menu, choosing which parts you want. If you want to recap the background of the techniques that you've learned, then you can just choose the talk section. I personally chose to complete a meditation session only, as I didn't feel that I needed the background information given that I'd only just completed it. However, if I had taken a break from meditation, then having this option would provide a very useful refresher. I really like the added touches within the dojo, such as dimming the light once the meditation began, and the light changing outside too into night time. I found this really helped me to settle down and feel relaxed. After some of the sessions, they have a Q&A, which I found really helpful. At the end of lesson 2, which focused on building a personal practice, there were 2 questions asked, both of which I personally would have asked as they happened to me during the meditation. One question was about being uncomfortable or in pain due to the cross-legged seating. I found during the meditation that I had pain in my legs and also my lower back, and I ended up sitting on the edge of the sofa instead of cross-legged on the floor. The second question was about feeling drowsy. During the meditation, my head was dropping forward and kept drawing me back awake. The answers to both of the questions gave good advice with regards to pain by sticking with it, rocking or shifting position and focusing on breathing. Over a period of time, the pain will decrease as your body gets used to the position. The answer to the second question was about meditation being about focus and paying attention and not actually trying to fall asleep or rest. If you feel like you might fall asleep during meditation, the advice was to open your eyes and fix attention on the object in the room, hence the steam coming from the tea being a really good fixed point. In real life outside of the dojo, the master or teacher advised that it was a good idea to find your own fixed point. I personally found watching a candle flame dance kept my focus from becoming distracted by my thoughts, and I found it easier to concentrate on the meditation practice. Before and after the meditation practice, text boxes will pop up at the beginning and end of the session to help simplify the information being conveyed. I particularly found the recap at the start of each session about posture and hand placement options during the meditation a useful reminder. So, for the negatives. Firstly, this is meditation with a headset on. Some people may find the weight of the headset a discomfort on their neck and therefore an interference from feeling fully relaxed. For me personally, being in the game for 30 minutes didn't cause too much of an issue. However, I would say that I found it much more comfortable to meditate outside of VR without this added weight on my head and neck. A little niggle was that the lip sync isn't great when the master or teacher is speaking, but it isn't a deal breaker and I could happily overlook this, as overall the rest of the experience is really positive. The graphics aren't sharp, but again this doesn't take away from the overall positive experience of the meditation sessions. The main issue I had to begin with was regarding the controllers. Now during the first session you are taught hand positions to adopt during meditation. So I put my controllers in my lap and chose one of the hand positions that had been demonstrated. Not long afterwards, a controller started floating in my left periphery vision, along with a line and a square with the word pause inside it. I found this really off-putting and it drew my attention away from the meditation. I ended up having to close my eyes to stop it from distracting me, which was a shame because I wanted to be able to immerse myself in the visuals of the calming dojo. I'm not sure if this is just an issue I had or if other ZenVR users also experienced this. It might be something for the devs to look into. I did try placing my controllers in different positions around me and I found that directly in front of me on the floor seemed to stop the floaty controllers from appearing in the game. I felt that the movements of the master/teacher at times were off-putting when he twitched his head left and right in a robotic style motion instead of mirroring natural human movements during meditation. I would actually have preferred it if his shoulders and chest rose and fell to copy the natural motions of breathing. Some of the sessions also included NPCs who represented other people meditating with you in the dojo. On paper, I think this is actually a really good idea. However, I found it very off-putting as they also didn't seem to move very naturally. I think again, mirroring the movements of the human body when breathing in and out would make it more realistic. At the end of a meditation lesson, the master or teacher instructed you to rub your arms and neck and stretch your legs. Again, the NPCs didn't move and do the things as instructed, so again I think this would be a really good addition to have them following this instruction to make it a little bit more natural. I think that if the devs did make these alterations to the NPCs as I've suggested, then this would be enough to address the issues. Perhaps moving forward with the game and in line with Zuckerberg's metaverse, then having real people join a dojo to meditate together, such as the option that you have with online multiplayer games, would make this experience even more immersive and help people to connect, especially if we ever end up in another lockdown. So far, the game contains 4 lessons, with others to be added at a later date after the devs will have taken time to consider feedback from the Zen VR community. Each of the 30-minute lessons has a specific focus and is based on proven research. I particularly liked the analogies in lesson 3 describing thoughts as being like clouds that float through your mind. At that point during the session, clouds also passed through the dojo. Other lessons include easy to follow examples of breathing techniques and meditation practice such as progressive muscle relaxation in lesson 2 and an explanation of how to incorporate mindfulness into your daily life in lesson 3, as well as introducing a mantra to calm the monkey mind in lesson 4. The game regularly reinforces the importance of practicing all of the techniques of meditation outside of the VR dojo. Currently, in the settings tab, well, there are no settings. This is because the game is still in development stages and the devs have set up a Discord for users of the game to provide their opinions and offer suggestions on what changes they would like to see. Personally, I think this is a great idea as they haven't tried to think on behalf of the consumer, but instead they've handed over some control. I personally would like the option of having additional sounds. Currently, once you start the meditation, there is silence. Now, for some people, silence may well be their preferred choice for a deep and relaxing meditation. I find, however, that I tend to fill the silence with racing thoughts and my monkey mind activates, and this can obviously become quite off-putting. In real life, I do actually regularly go for Reiki and reflexology from a lovely lady who works from home. Some of my most relaxing sessions with her have been when it's raining and the sound of the rain pattering on her roof has made me fall into a deeper state of peace and calm. I think that taking into account others like me who might benefit from some calming sound, such as white noise, maybe even choosing the volume of sound too. I did notice the bird song when I first sat in the dojo and I really liked this, so I think maybe adding more bird sounds or bullfrogs, things like that might actually be all really good added options in the settings menu. Overall, I think that ZenVR is a really good fusion using VR and real life, where the training and knowledge happens in VR, but the practice occurs in real life. I definitely think that this is the kind of game which would benefit different ages and backgrounds, as our mental health is something that we all need to take care of. ZenVR is another string to virtual reality's bow, showing how VR isn't just about escaping the real world by playing games, but is actually something that actively encourages you to use what is experienced in the game within your real life to help improve your well-being. This is an easy to use meditation experience within the comfort of your own home, on your schedule, and without the additional loss of time and fuel spent travelling and expenses of a class. I would highly recommend spending the £14.99 on ZenVR to invest in your well-being. If you found this video helpful, then please hit the like button, and thank you if you've stuck around this long listening to my opinion and review on ZenVR. If you've also tried this game, then please leave a comment below, or if it's something that you think you'll be interested in, then let me know. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep up with VR and cool tech stuff. Especially check out Al's channel with all of his new technical electric things that are taking up my home. I've been Jess. Thank you for watching the VRC. Take care, and I hope to see you next time. See ya!
You had a red light on it, yeah? So for the negatives again. After I sit down. Yes, you'd rather me go away.
Alex has come in the room, making noises, getting in my zone. Overall, do I need to say an outro? Tell me what you say.